Okay, this is the seventh part of Brahma Sutra, and I thought to record it in English because there are few things which are important for Western listeners. In this, as we entered into Brahma Sutra, the previous lessons, previous recordings that I shared, I had an idea. I thought that whatever I am sharing, that means something that is important. But as we are proceeding, I see that there is no particular importance of these things. It's just for entertainment. It's just entertainment. We are just entertaining each other. And the real Brahman is already there. It's not that I give you anything or you take anything. It's already there. And as I'm finding myself more situated there, so I see that it's obvious that you also have got it. And as the things are getting more and more obvious, the more I see that you can achieve, you can have it as easily as you want it. The more you leave things, the more you detach yourself from different things, the more you get closer and closer to it. And there is not even process. The moment you leave everything, you detach yourself from everything, that's the moment you got it. But you are so in love with the things that you have got, which are of no value. You are so in love with these things, these cheap things, that you cannot just live it. And you are in love with these cheap things because that's all that you know. You don't know what's beyond that. So you have got this subconscious fear that if you left these things, then you will lose everything. But as you live, as you detach yourself, you get there. So it's that much simple. And the basic question, the basic reason why I choose to record this in English is because it's much more surprising for Englishmen than the people living in India and nearby, because they are the one who try to understand this more than us. But they try to understand it considering it separate. For example, they seek for truth, but they seek outside mostly. Almost everyone try to see it outside, but the Westerners, those who live in Western part of the world, they are more aware of substance. So they consider substance and start seeking truth in it. And their way is more illuminated by the light that they think. It's a little complicated to understand, but that's how it is. As you light yourself with the light of truth, you'll get to know what I'm talking about. So it's like they light themselves with the artificial light, which is not natural, which is not original truth. So this is the way they seek for truth, but this way they cannot get. They get advanced in tech and other things like intelligence, but they do not find themselves closer in any way with the ultimate. So they keep on searching. So here I thought that let's clear why it happens and what's the solution. So see, the yogis, the forces that are mostly the scientists people, the phenomenons, the ideas that the Westerners mostly seek, invent, discover. You know what? The yogis are already experiencing these ideas without saying it. For example, gravity or electromagnetism. So, for example, you know, you people know. When I'm saying you people, mostly I'm talking about the Western minds who are seeking the truth. So you know what is electromagnetism on paper in equations, and Indian mind, which is a seeker's mind. When I'm saying Indian mind, I'm talking about the yogis mostly who seek for truth. So when these people, when you people talk of electromagnetism, you prove it through equations and mathematics, and then you think that that is true, that's what exists. But we don't know. I don't know how it works mathematically. I don't know how the equation works, how to prove the equation. But I live that electromagnetism. I actually experience how it works, because we are not apart from these energies. The energies like gravity, strong force, weak force, electromagnetic force, and the various forces that exist in the world. See, we know everything. The yogis work on such a level where they understand universe, and that's what your purpose is too, to understand where we are, how we exist. But the thing is, you Western people consider the existence as different from you. You consider that by searching in that you will get to know the truth. And yeah, that's a little bit obvious to think this way, that at least you will get to know, you will work on something and you will get to know something. But the thing is that you are not apart from it, and you cannot see it, and even we cannot see it. But initially we don't start from outside, because the culture, the way previously the people started, even the process of seeking starting from the region where we live. So we have got history of seeking. We didn't seek outside, we started. I mean, even look at the Sanskrit. People call it is the language from gods. It means, you know what, the writing system, they call it Devanagari. Do you know what Devanagari means? Devanagari means the language of God, the language of God's city. Devanagari, Dev means gods, and Nagari means their city. So understand, a Indian mind doesn't even need to learn English, learn Sanskrit, because if one concentrated without doing anything, he learns Sanskrit, because this Sanskrit is here, it's there already, it's in this environment. Understand this thing. I mean, the real example is me myself, or if you do some research, you will get to know that there are people who never learned Vedas and other things in literature, in the culture, but without anyone else telling it, these people knew it. Without reading or remembering, these people knew everything in the literature, in the mantras, the important mantras, the Gita, without anyone else telling it. So understand why it happens. It happens because any one person or any one mind is not creating it individually. It's the creation of the ultimate mind, because it is based on patterns, the patterns of truth, and truth everywhere is same. You getting it? The truth can be logically proved, but the ultimate truth is such that even if you try with logic, with everything, You can prove it, but the ultimate truth exists ultimately. So it exists in such a realm where you cannot know it completely. You getting it? Yes, the truth is always the truth, and if it's not true, then it cannot be a truth, ultimate truth. But the thing is, you are trying to prove it, and when you are trying to prove it, you are saying that the truth doesn't exist that way. I must have to prove first, and then I will accept. So this way you are just saying that truth is not there indirectly. But this is not how the universe works, because the universe is already created on the basis of truth, and you fools are searching outside. And you know what the interesting thing is? The most interesting thing is we experience it. The energies, the forces, the theories, or the proved phenomena or ideas. For example, the Big Bang. You just proved it in, I mean, not it is correct. I mean, it's not correct the way it is, but somehow it depicts, somehow it tells the story of universe. But a yogi who is seeking inside, he actually experiences the Big Bang, everything. I mean, everything that exists, that is explored, that is he, the individual, is in search of. I mean, it is not necessarily, it's not necessary that one should know everything. My question is this, and then I get the answer of my question. That's what happens mainly, and with it, the existence teaches the ultimate. So you know the answer of your question, and the answer of your question is ultimate, because the question that you ask and seek this journey is in itself the question asking for the answer of infinity, the answer of the one which is creating everything. So my basic question was, what is beyond the edge of where we live? I mean, understand this thing. If you even understand my question, then you will leave everything and start seeking for the answer. People just, when I say it, when I express my question, when I try to explain the question, they think, and in thoughts they think that this is the question. But if you live that question, if you are living that question, then you get to know that the question is very important, very, very, very much important, because we are living in it. So my question was simply that, where we are living. Yes, if we consider that it all started somehow, somewhere through the Big Bang and all that, then my question was simply that, where this all is existing, and how long it exists, and if it has any border, then what's beyond that? And if it's not bordered, if it has no border, then how it exists? You getting my question? Because we exist, right? That's the truth, that we experience that truth. So how long does it all exist? Where is the edge of this all? My question was this, and I searched for years for the answer of this question, simply, right? And the more I understood my own question, because see, even to understand the question, it takes a lot, because the question that I am asking has this power to devour you, has the power to end everything that you think, and make you concentrate on this question. So it works that way. If you are concentrating, then you understand the question and then you understand the answer. But to understand the answer and question, we need that sort of mentality. We need to create that sort of environment around our mind. So this is the process of meditation. I mean, now you might wonder how meditation can enter in all this. The meditation is just processing your mind, making your mind ready for the answer. Because if I told you the answer, that how it exists, you directly cannot know it.
Let's say a child doesn't know what is.
One or two, and if we are telling it there are 12 mangoes, then what it will proceed? It will just get. It will just listen the sound. It will never know the meaning, right? Just like that, I can tell you simply that it exists in a complex, infinite manner. But you will never know, because when I'm saying it, I'm also experiencing and telling you. So this is what interesting is. And the thing is, the Western minds think that they are intelligent and other people doesn't know, and they think that what they know makes them intelligent, or it's like they feel that they are the most intelligent beings on earth who are seeking and knowing the truth. I'm just telling it, okay, because you guys don't even know it, that there are minds in Himalaya who on practical basis understand even the things that you cannot even think of, because you people are busy in judging the universe which created you. You are seeking the truth through mathematical formulas, and the thing is, the more you will seek the truth from mathematical formulas, you will get to know more and more complex mathematical formulas. And let me tell you, everything is rigged in precision. So the more you dive deep, the more you will get to know that there is everything structured in perfect way. There is nowhere such movement that it is not structured mathematically, right? Even the uncertainty, even the duality in quantum physics, quantum mechanics, it also works in proper way. So it's up to you guys. In the end, everyone gets to know the truth, but it's just our ways. But by this recording, I'm just telling you that yes, there are ways exist, and they enjoy knowing without telling others. I'm just telling because I got this little bit tech background with yogic background, so I mix these things up. So I'm like a linking device, linking the yogic culture with the you technical people. But ultimate goal is same, right? So just thought to light you and you people, both minds. I don't know how many yogic minds are aware of you people, but as you are working on technical levels, you can actually connect world on intelligent basis, which are made, which connects us through devices. So it's just a one way of connecting, understanding, or communicating. But there are ways that exist. There is intelligence that can behave in different ways. The intelligence that yogis use, that is primary intelligence. The intelligence that you create through tech is based on logic, patterns, on the use of the knowledge that you gathered, which is the result of primal intelligence, primary consciousness, right? So that's great. You people are also doing great things. The innovation, the use of tech in different fields, that's great too. But as you people too, as you seek for truth, I just thought to share it, right? And then I shared. So yeah, this is the way. Many things are rigged. I'm just connecting. There is no thought of someone is less or someone is great, because the way our environments are, we are knowing the truth that way, right? We are experiencing the truth that way, and both ways is great. But the major point is that we can have different perspectives. The limited perspective that we have towards the truth is not the complete one. There can exist other perspectives on other ways, right? So yeah, that's it for now. Take care.